Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Rob, and I have a big update on the Supra. So it finally happened, guys. I got a new exhaust, and it sounds so good. So I got the Frequency Intelligence exhaust. Now, you may have seen this one before. This is the $3,000 exhaust that Stradman actually has on his own Supra, and I believe on his Aventador. And I can definitely see why he chose it because it sounds amazing. So first, you'll notice that I do have on it the chrome tips. I kind of liked how the chrome went with, the back of the car. It was a nice little shiny contrast. I will admit I keep looking at the carbon fiber tip option. I can definitely add those on later. So I'll think about that. It's a very cool system. I am going to be putting out a nice full review of it soon. You'll also see that it does have like these number nameplates on it. I thought it was really cool that mine is number 87. My first car was an 87 Supra, so I was like, that's a pretty fun little touch. So yeah, it sounds really cool. In comfort mode, it's just as quiet as stock, but then it has a really nice sound in sport mode. So here's the thing: Frequency Intelligence, they make a lot of exotic car exhausts. That's part of why I chose them, because I wanted something to kind of bring out the European of the motor. Because remember, this is a BMW motor in here. And it certainly does. Let's go ahead and let's cut to a quick little revving sound clip of it. I do it live, but it's actually really windy outside. We'll go ahead and cut to that really quick. As you can see, it sounds really cool. The pops are louder and everything. I'm absolutely loving this exhaust. So yeah, guys, remember, there will be a review video coming out soon for it. And, get my full opinion on it, as well as a nice decibel test and everything. So, stay tuned on that one. So it's actually a really funny story how I got this exhaust. And I do think that there is a pretty good lesson in this. So there was a dealership near my house, and they were selling a Supra. So I'm going to trade in a 2020. Now, it had the exhaust on it. So I called them and I called them. I must have spent like 4 hours calling, talking to different people, because I didn't really know who to, get in contact with. Do I talk to, the service people? Do I talk to the pre-owned car manager? Do I talk to just someone else in upper management? Eventually, I was able to talk to someone who was like, oh, you know what? We want to sell this car as all stock because, guys, let's face it, when people buy cars, they prefer something that's not modded, because that can mean, or at least it gives a bit more security that the used car you're buying, it wasn't beaten on you. It wasn't owned by someone who mod up and beat up the car, right? So they were like, hey, how about this? You paid a labor, which wasn't much, and then we'll go ahead and we'll switch out, your stock exhaust for the Frequency Intelligence exhaust. And of course, I jumped on that so quick. Especially because I actually also got the remote. So if you didn't know, you could also pay $800 for a remote for it. That lets you control the valves separately. I'm still deciding upon to hook it up, but it's still pretty cool to just have, on hand in case I ever do. So I'm really, just really happy that everything worked out. So I do still have my track day next week. So let's hope that I don't end up triggering their, measurement systems in a way to measure the decibels, because I know that the car is definitely over decibel limit now. So I'm crossing my fingers. I mean, of course, I couldn't quite wait till after, because, the whole thing was, yeah, you can do it as long as the car hasn't sold. Guess what? The car actually sold the day after the exhaust swap happened. So if I would have waited another day, the Supra would have been gone and the deal would have gone out the window. So I am really looking forward to the track day. I do have, I guess the only thing I've been kind of considering is the car protected enough? I mean, I do have all the full PPF on the front and even on the roof. So I'm hoping that's enough. I might get some track tape and put some around the rear wheel fenders, just in case any stray rocks were to, or any chips or whatever, any stones could come up and hit it. So we'll go ahead and we'll see what I do about that. I am looking forward to the video. I have been practicing on angles, trying to think of a good way to put a video out about it, because these free Toyota HPDE course track days, nobody has really talked about them yet. So I'm just kind of looking forward to being able to talk about my experience with it and how everything went. So it should be very cool. Let's see, in terms of any other updates, I will also be looking for new wheels soon. I'm definitely not taking new wheels to the track. I will go ahead and beat up on the stockies. Being that I have the exhaust now, next up is wheels. I am thinking Volk TE37s. I think it's going to look really nice on them. So I'm definitely going to be hunting those, in a few months. I'm still debating on lowering it. If I lower it, I just won't be putting it in a driveway anymore. Or I could maybe see if I can make some of those nice wooden ramps I see some people making. So I'll think about that. And that'll probably be it. I mean, the car already looks really good. Otherwise, I do still have the accent front lip on the front. I still have that replica spoiler coming in for the back. I can't wait till that comes in also, because I look forward to a video where I will be showing the comparisons between the OEM one and the replica, just to see just how they stack up against each other and just how similar they look. In terms of any other new additions to the car, I did add a radar detector to the car. It is a Uniden R3. We'll just turn this around really quick. It's on right now just because the car turns on when I turn on the handles, or I'm sorry, when I open the door handles, everything turns on for a bit. I will also have a nice review on that later. That's honestly something I feel like you have to really drive around a little bit, before you know for sure if it was a good product or not. So we'll go ahead and we'll wait on that one. And I just want to, give that quick update. Everything else has been fine. The Mustang is fine. The Camaro is fine. Haven't driven those in a while. Actually, I have to clean up the Mustang because that thing is dirty. Let's see. I hope you guys enjoyed the vault coverage I put. I had about 50 minutes of footage, and that was pretty crazy. So go check that out if you guys haven't checked it out yet. It was a full walkthrough of the show, so if you're from Bay Area, you'll definitely recognize it. Probably see some cars you recognize. I try to get every single car you could. And yeah, guys, speaking of that video, I see people commenting like, oh, that's my car, that's my car. Thank you guys so much for that. It really kind of validates the effort I put into it, the effort into editing it, even filming it. Guys, that gimbal is heavy. The gimbal combined with my A7 with the big lens on it, it's heavy. So to know that, you guys are finding some utility out of this, you guys are enjoying this, for me it means a lot. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, so I will be so stoked when that happens. And then actually also the view limits that you need are to turn on monetization. I just think it'll just be a cool little level for me, like to kind of show like, look, you're doing good. So I really can't wait for that, guys. I mean, I know a lot of this didn't start happening until I bought the Supra, but I appreciate you guys for watching this. And yeah, stay tuned for more great content. I already listed out a few things that are going to be happening, and let's see if any other surprise content ends up coming out. Of course, you can also rely on your usual, show or meet coverage as well. So with that, guys, I just want to say this is Rob, and have a good day.